What is up? We are going through the best mathematically profitable PrizePicks entry for today. So again, just as a recap, the way that PrizePicks works is any two picks you select, you are just going to be getting plus 200 odds. $20 to win 60. Doesn't matter if I switch to a different pitcher, if I take the over, the under, 20 to win 60. If I switch this to an under, 20 to win 60. So essentially on PrizePicks, for any two-pick entry, you are just getting plus 200 odds. $20 to win 60, of which $40 is profit, $20 is your entry stake. So that is just plus 200 odds. So we've gone through the math before, so I won't spend too much time on it. But essentially, for any two-pick entry, you need to be winning 1/3 of your two-pick entries to break even because you're getting plus 200 odds. You win one, you're up $200 if your entry stake is $100. Then if you lose two, you're down $200, so you're flat. So if you win 1 out of 3 of your PrizePick entries, you are breaking even. So your goal is to win over 33.33% of your two-pick entries, which means every single pick in your entry, you need to be winning roughly 57.74% of the time to break even. So what you're looking for on PrizePicks is mathematically profitable player prop picks that have an implied win probability above 57.74%. So today I'm going with a two-pick entry, which we can see right here. The first one is Urias under 4.5 strikeouts, minus 137. So we can see that Pinnacle Sportsbook, the sharpest sportsbook in the world, prices the under all the way down at minus 176. So the under is all the way down at minus 176. So if we load this up, and then we can go to the next pick I'm going with as well, which is under 29 total games in this tennis match. This tennis match is about to start. It starts at 9 a.m. So the first one we want to roll with is we want to remove this, is we want to go to tennis, and then we'll run through the math of our entry. So for Djokovic, we want to take the under, and then in the MLB, we also want to take the under, and this is on Urias. We want to take under 4.5 strikeouts, minus 137 on PrizePicks. So what we can do is we can go to Urias, under 4.5 strikeouts, minus 137 is the implied odds we are always getting on PrizePicks, right? So again, it would make literally no sense to include Urias over 4.5 strikeouts in your PrizePicks entry. That would be a disaster. FanDuel is giving you plus 130, and on PrizePicks, even though you can't place a one-player prop entry, you are getting implied odds of minus 137, right? You're getting the implied odds of minus 137. So essentially, because Pinnacle Sportsbook sets their market minus 176 on the under, plus 130 on the over, we can use a zero vig odds calculator, plus 130 minus 176, to back out the fair win probability for our bet, which is going to be 59.46%, which beats the 57.74% we need to break even, right? So 57.74% is the break even win probability you need to beat for all of your picks on PrizePicks, and we have a win probability of 59.46% quantified mathematically using odds from Pinnacle Sportsbook, the sharpest sportsbook in the world, right? So essentially, we are removing the VIG from Pinnacle's market to back out the fair odds and the fair win probability that the model for Pinnacle Sportsbook, the most efficient betting market in the world, is implying, and that is 59.46%. So the implied win probability for Urias under 4.5 strikeouts is 59.46%, and the zero vig line is minus 147 roughly. Now for this tennis match, so let's go back here, the market on Pinnacle is minus 155, plus 135. So plus 135, minus 155. So here, the implied win probability is 58.82%. So 58.82%, and the zero vig fair odds are minus 143 roughly, right? So both of these are beating the implied win probability of 57.74% that we need to beat on PrizePicks for a two-pick entry to be profitable. So here we have a tennis pick for today, and we have an MLB player prop for tonight. This game's at 4:05, right? Dodgers-Nationals game. Two unders, Urias under in strikeouts, under 29 total games. So again, we said you need to win each of your PrizePicks entries 33.33% of the time to break even. If it is a 2-player prop pick entry on PrizePicks, you need to be winning a third of the time to break even. Now this entry, we are winning 35% of the time roughly, right? So that is a mathematically profitable PrizePicks entry. So we're going to put 250 on this and go ahead and lock it in. Boom, entry successfully submitted, locked it in, 2-pick power play, under 29 total games, Urias under 4.5 strikeouts, and we can go through and back out the profit margin of our PrizePicks entry. And again, this is why it's so critical to compare PrizePicks to sportsbook odds, right? Because the way that PrizePicks works is it doesn't matter if you select the over or the under, right? If you're taking Urias over 4.5, you're getting minus 137. If you are taking Urias under 4.5, you are getting an implied price of minus 137. On sportsbooks, it's completely different, right? If you take the over on Urias strikeouts on FanDuel, it's plus 130, right? $100 to win $130 in profit. Whereas if you were to take the under, you would need to bet like, $215 to win $130 in profit. So you need to be comparing PrizePicks odds to the sportsbook odds, which is why OddsJam is such a valuable tool if you are using PrizePicks, because anything you want to play, right, in the MLB, or any, market whatsoever, tennis, we have a pick from tennis today, whether it's NBA player props, MLB player props, NHL player props, you should be looking nerfy props, whatever it is, you should be comparing PrizePicks to the actual odds on sportsbooks, just to make sure you're not getting an awful price, right? Like here, the implied price on PrizePicks for first inning total runs over half of a total run is going to be minus 137. It's minus 105 on DraftKings. Minus 104 is the under on FanDuel. You're getting an implied price of minus 137 on PrizePicks. You definitely don't want to play the first inning total runs on PrizePicks for the Nats-Dodgers game. That is, mathematically speaking, a disaster. So you want to be looking for value on the OddsJam positive EV page, as well as just kind of you can scroll through any of the markets that you want to bet on, whether it's player strikeouts, whatever it is, whatever you want to play on PrizePicks, you can look through the markets and kind of hunt for value. So that's what I got for today. I have a 2-pick entry, 34.97% win probability, quantified mathematically using the betting markets on the sharpest sportsbook in the world. Right? So 35% of the time we'll be winning $500. The other 65.02% of the time, so this is just 1 minus our win probability, right? This entry either wins or loses. We're losing 65% of the time. We're winning 35% of the time. We're staking $250 to win $500 of profit on our PrizePicks entry for today, which means that our PrizePicks entry has $12 in EV, right? 35% of the time, we're winning $500. The other 65% of the time, we are losing our stake of $250. So that's $12 in profit margin on our PrizePicks entry, which is an edge, a profit margin of 5%, right? So this number is just the EV of your bet, the profit margin of your bet, divided by your stake. 5% profit margin in this 2-pick entry on PrizePicks. So let me know if you tail. Let me know if you have any questions about PrizePicks. You can comment them below. There are also some links to sign up for phone calls with a sports betting expert. Anything you want to learn about, the math behind sports betting, how to become a profitable DFS player, whatever it is, how to use PrizePicks effectively, book a call with us. We're happy to help.